Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Today we will discuss the FDI case study and its analysis. So the case is the Apollo Hospitals Group expansions into Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. It is one of the most instructive examples of South Asian healthcare FDI we have. Apollo Hospitals is an Indian private hospital group, one of the largest in Asia. Over the past 2 decades, it has expanded internationally through a combination of greenfield hospital development, brownfield acquisitions, and management contracts. Bangladesh and Sri Lanka are the two of its most studied international moves. So, why did Apollo expand into Bangladesh? We will study it against the five key drivers that we have previously discussed that are important for the FDI to infiltrate or penetrate into a healthcare system of any other region. Market size and growth, the first one. Bangladesh has over 170 million people, a significant disease burden, including both communicable and non communicable diseases, rising household incomes, and a private healthcare market growing at over 12% annually. That's a compelling market size argument. The next key driver is the regulatory environment. Bangladesh has been relatively open to foreign health investment compared to some regional peers. Foreign ownership in private healthcare facilities is permitted, and the government has actively encouraged private investment in healthcare to compensate for gaps in public sector capacity. The third is the existing infrastructure and talent. Bangladesh has a growing pool of medical graduates, English language medical training, and an established private clinic sector in Dhaka, not as deep as India but functional base to build on. The next is the return profile. Private hospital services in Dhaka command significant premiums. There is a large Bangladeshi diaspora, particularly in the UK and Middle East, that returns home and seeks quality private healthcare. Medical tourism from Bangladesh to India had historically been large. Apollo's Bangladesh investment was partially a strategy to capture that demand domestically rather than let it flow across the border. The next is the strategic positioning. Apollo's broader strategy was to build a South Asian regional network, clear, where patients could be referred across facilities within its own system. Bangladesh was a node in that network, not just a standalone market. Uh, what did the investment look like in actual practice? So Apollo entered Bangladesh initially through a management contract with a local hospital providing operational expertise, brand and clinical protocols while the local partner provide capital and infrastructure. This is a brownfield approach, building on what exists rather than starting from the 0 point or starting from the scratch. Later, Apollo developed a more direct equity stock in facilities in Dhaka. The structure evolved over time from a low commitment management contract to deeper equity partnerships as confidence in the market grew. This is a very instructive pattern. Use a low risk entry move to validate the market before committing heavier capital. Sound familiar? It's exactly the logic we applied in the entry strategy module. The next is the positive outcomes. What are the positive outcomes from this case study? On the positive side, Apollo's Bangladesh presence raised clinical quality standards in the private sector. It is also a very important positive outcome that it introduced protocols and training that local private hospitals subsequently adopted to remain competitive. It created employment for local medical professionals at salaries higher than the public sector could offer, and it reduced the volume of Bangladeshi patients traveling abroad for care, keeping the healthcare spending within the country. Uh, but but on other side there are some negative aspects as well. So what are these? Let's discuss each of them to have a honest assessment of the whole study. So Apollo's facilities primarily serve Dhaka's urban economically comfortable population, rural Bangladesh, where the majority of the population lives and where healthcare need is greatest, has been essentially no benefit from this. The brain drain effect is real because Apollo's Bangladesh facility consistently attract talent away from public hospitals to those private sector because they pay more as compared to the public sector. So it was also a negative outcome, you can say. And profit. And profit repatriation means a meaningful share of the value generated flows back to India rather than being invested in Bangladesh health infrastructure. So these are some of the negative points that we can learn from this case study. So what does this study or this analysis tells us? So a good FDI case analysis does exactly what we have done. It identifies the venture and the investment structure. It explains what drove the FDI decision using the five driver framework. It also traces what the investment actually look like on the ground, and it evaluates outcome honestly, acknowledge both what worked and what the real cost and negative outcomes. So this balance assessment and this balance analysis of any case study is important to have to know the both the positive and negative aspects of this healthcare system. Your assignment this week is to pick an FDI case in healthcare. It can be in South Asia, Southeast Asia, Africa, the Middle East, anywhere you want, where you want to do. It can be a hospital chain, a diagnostic company, a digital health venture, a pharmaceutical manufacturer, and analyze it using the framework we have built today, identify the investment structure, map the FDI drivers, evaluate the outcomes, both what worked and what the real trades offer. Use the Apollo example as your template for depth and structure. So structure and engage with the controversies. Don't just describe the investment, interrogate it. So, I hope that you have learned a lot from this. If you have any question or query, never hesitate to ask. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.